Hello. So in a previous video, we created the tables that you see here to the left of us under the Object Explorer. So now let's actually insert data into our tables. And for just a moment, let's return to an earlier discussion where I said you have to be careful about which tables you created first. Well, in a similar fashion, you have to be careful about which table receives its data first. For instance, where we see tables that have foreign key values, I believe product was our first table like that, you'll get an error. Well, let's just go ahead and get the error since I'm talking about it. Let's say I try to insert my rows or records into the product table first, and I'm going to choose to execute. Notice the errors. The insert statement conflicted with the foreign key constraints. PG and MK don't exist yet. Camping and footwear, Pacifica Gear and Mountain King, they don't exist in any other tables at the moment. And in order for that foreign key to work, there has to already be an existing primary key. Now we have I see some squiggly lines here, invalid object name region, but I see region over here, so I'm going to ignore that for now. I think we'll go ahead and, I'll tell you what, although I'm a little nervous about this, let's go ahead and see if we can execute everything that I've already entered in terms of inserting my rows of records. So I'm going to just execute. And now I'll scroll down. Oops, I'm scrolling down the wrong area. Let me bring that back up to the top. And I'll click down here in my messages. Aha. So a lot of this entered in just fine. But when I got all the way down to this section, I did have some errors. And so if we check out our error messages, this is happening in my sales transaction table. Yeah. Any other tables involved? Sold via is unhappy as well. But it looks like my first set of tables worked out just fine. So I'm going to comment out all of these because I don't want to accidentally try to rerun them and get Microsoft SQL Server to fussing at me. So I'll comment that out. And now I just want to work with these remaining two tables. I do see them here. Just to be on the safe side, let me refresh. And it could easily be, well, let me go ahead. I am tempted to try my sold via. No, I can't do sold via before I do sales transaction because notice, here's the primary key for that. So the primary key hasn't been created. I can't put in the table information where it is a foreign key without that. So let me run just this so I can see that error one more time. And we do have a conflict with the customer table. Very interesting. Let me go up here to the customer table. 1 2 3 3 3 2 3 look, well, dashes. Let me go back up here and put dashes in. Maybe I had an old lady moment. Because if there are dashes here as the primary key values, then there have to be dashes here as the foreign key values. So we'll try one more time, see if that fixes our error or if there's another error. Hey, we fixed our error. So I'll go ahead and comment that out as well. And now when I click execute, only that last set of statements should run. And, well, I click down here in the messages. And hey, we look good. I'm going to save this. And I'll call this maybe my insert statements. And if I want to test this, I can bring up a new query window and I can just run some very simple select statements. For instance, select all from customer and hit my function key F5. And we have run our first query. Well, I have run my first query of this semester with your class. I know you guys, some of you have already been creating your query statements. But we're going to go ahead and stop this video here so that we can move on to the next topic in chapter 5, which is basically more query statement writing.